Hello and welcome everyone to the Morning Bradley Designs YouTube channel. I am Stephanie Reese, your host, and we are back with the next magical mystery bead box for the month of May. And I always like to close out the loop from the last box we had, which was called Yellowstone, and I wanted to share with you, this is one of the collections I made. I call it To Catch a Feather, and it's got this wonderful crocheted piece, and I dangled some of the beads and the feather from it, and I used the gold and the copper chains from the Yellowstone box, and I just mixed with beads to make an ever so popular neck mess. So that's kind of what drove this design for this necklace set. And I used the feathers, of course, in the earrings. And then when I turn down the camera, I'm going to show you the second collection that I made. I did end up making both collections this time. Sometimes I run out of time, but this time I was able to get everything done. And again, I like to close the loop out because I'm not just showing you these boxes because and I just throw them to the side and don't do anything with them. I want you to know that I am making jewelry with them. So I hope you grab some coffee or some tea and come and join me, and let's look at this next collection that I made. And we're going to look at the contents of this fabulous box from Jessie James Beads, the Magical Mystery Bead Box. All right, hold on. All right, and we are back, and I have my tray with this next beautiful collection. Again, I made these pieces from the Magical Mystery Bead Box components and from the Yellowstone box. That was the April box. And so if you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook, I want to show you and close out the loop from the last video that I made that had the beads and components from the Yellowstone box. And this is a knotted piece that I did, and actually not knotted, but I strung it on wax cording. I absolutely love the wood beads that came in the Yellowstone box, and I love the browns and the reds with turquoise, and it just screamed turquoise. Add turquoise to it. So that was the necklace I made. This is again strung on wax cording. This one was strung with the leather piece that came in the box with all the beads, and this beautiful turquoise oval piece that was so fabulous. So I took the second oval piece, and I made this bracelet. I started out with twisting this colored wire from Beadalon, and I ended up twisting it and scrolling it, and then I took wax cording and I secured it in place here on top of that stone to make the bracelet vocal. Again, beads and components from the Yellowstone box. And then if you'll remember, if you're new here, I did make a tutorial on how to make these fabulous earrings. So that is the second collection that I made. Oh, and I also made this wonderful bracelet to go with the necklace and earrings I'm wearing. So just a simple stretch bracelet, which was so much fun to make. So that's everything that I made using the month of April's Magical Mystery Bead Box. The components and beads from that box. This is the second collection I made. All right, so let's get busy and look at the beads that are in the May box. Hang on one sec while I clear my workspace. Okay, I brought in all of the components for this month's box for May. It's called Treasure Trove. Look at that awesome card that Jessie James Beads included in this box. Isn't that so cool? Look, there's that little mermaid on top. Treasure Trove. It's a journey to the depths of the deep blue sea with sparkly treasure from Jessie James Beads. How amazing is that? I love the artwork that comes each month in these boxes. It's so Wonderful. Absolutely love them. I actually, every time I finish a box, I put them on my wall. Sometimes I'll have to take a picture, because each time I finish one, I try to hang them up. So, but I love the artwork, and then I love looking at them. So these are so awesome. So again, if you're just joining us, I am unveiling the May box from Jesse James Beads, the magical mystery bead box called Treasure Trove. And I want you to know that I do not receive this box for free as a Jesse James Beads brand ambassador. I am a subscriber to this box. I absolutely love this box. I get a few subscriptions each month of beads, and this box is hands down my favorite box. So I just love every month the different themes that come, and it's just a wonderful curated box with a beautiful theme each month. So without further ado, let's get busy looking at what is inside. So scoot up here, and I hope you're having a beverage of choice, whether you're, I'm not sure when everybody watches these videos, but if you're watching in the morning, maybe you're having some coffee or tea, or in the evening, maybe just relaxing and having a fun time as we dive in and look at all these beautiful beads and components that came in the May box. So the first thing that came in that is on the list is this seashell Heishi bead strand. And I love the colors in this pinky peach with white. These are seashells or shell Heishi beads. And so these are really wonderful for stacking, making stretch bracelets with different beads, or you can make a beautiful necklace and add beads in between. It is so versatile, and Heishi beads are really, really popular right now. So I'm loving that that's in the box. And then the next item, is the Ocean Floor Natural Stone Geode Pendant. Look at that. That is just amazing how large that is. It's got some gold on the side. I just love this. And so one of the things that I have seen in the past has been using these for like a long necklace where you can dangle it down on at the bottom as a beautiful pendant. I have seen these being used in like sun catchers. You can make a beautiful sun catcher with some of the shells that are in this mix. This is pretty versatile too. It has a few different things that you could possibly do, and I bet that it would look just gorgeous in a window if you didn't want to use it as a pendant, like in a necklace. I love that. All right, next is the bead strand in Sandy Shores. And that's this one. So, what do you think of this amazing focal right here? That is just amazing to me. This is a resin bead with the seashells in resin. That is really, really cool. And then they have some rondelles. This is a faceted rondelle. Faceted means that it's cut at an angle and then it catches the light so that it shimmers. And these are the Jesse James Beads boho beads. These are the clay beads that are rolled in shell pieces. And then love these. These are cage beads with a glass piece in it. And these really awesome pearls that are encased in this wire that looks so neat. And then a bicone bead at the end for just a beautiful strand. Absolutely beautiful. So there's that one. I'll leave it on the side here. And then we have the bead strand in Tide Pool. So a little bit of a mystery here. I didn't put it out yet so I could bring it in. So this is Tide Pool, and this has some beautiful blues and like sandy colors that remind me of the beach. The sand and the water, the blue of the water. Look, and you know, like sometimes when the water changes colors, sometimes it looks like this deep blue right here. And then sometimes it looks grayish blue, depending if it's cloudy or sunny. I love how they've captured that element in this box. This is beautiful. These are ceramic pieces right here. And then some large hole blue and gray or black beads for just a gorgeous strand. I love it. And I'll put that one here. All right, so moving on, we're taking a sip of coffee and enjoying our morning and looking at the beautiful components in the Magical Mystery Bead Box for the month of May. Next on the list is this enamel chain in white. How beautiful is that? This looks absolutely gorgeous with all of these components next to the blues of the ocean, the white of the sand. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to use that in something. All right. And then we have, let's see, bead mix in Under the Sea. I think that is this mix right here. And I am going to just move this shell strand to the side. And I'm going to dump this out. Actually, let me get, maybe we'll be all right. I'll just put it here next to all this yummy goodness. And oh, the first thing that's got my interest are this right here, these starfish. Look how wonderful those are. Green enameled starfish on both sides. And the hole goes through the top and the bottom. That's wonderful. We have some charms. Look at that little mermaid resting. Let's see, and then some turtles. These are wonderful. I love turtles. I love turtles. So cute, these little metal turtles. And then more charms. Look at this. These are so amazing, like opals. Look like opals. What a lovely mix. They have some, these are finely faceted round glass beads with like half silver with the AB finish on them. AB is Aurora Borealis. That's a mouthful. And then we have these really cool metal beads here in brass. And then let's see what else. Oh, I love these flecked glass beads. There are 4 of those with green, kind of like seaweed a little bit. And then we have these acrylic roses. I love these so much. These are some of my favorite things in Jesse James Beads mixes. I love that. And let's see, we've got some of these sandy faceted light brown glass beads. And then I love these little window beads. They have a brass around, sort of around the edging, and then you can see that you can see through them. See that? That might be better. You can see through them like window beads. And what else? We've got some rondelles in here. These are really cool. Some gold rondelle beads. And, ooh, I love these. These are like hex rondelle beads. See how they have a interesting cut on them. They're cut like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6. That's a yeah, cool cut. So neat. And then we have some silver rondelles. Love those spacer beads. And then some little baby teardrops, like off-white teardrops. And can't forget this beautiful color, like a peridot more faceted rondelles. So that is the bead mix in Under the Sea. And I'm just going to add these back into this bowl real quick so we can make room to look at the next one. How are you enjoying your day today? I hope it's been a really good day. I hope that if you work, your work was good. Depending on the time of day you're watching this, if it's the morning, hopefully you had a great breakfast. If it's dinner time, hopefully you're having something wonderful to eat. I hope you're relaxing and enjoying your day. I guess that's the biggest thing. All right. So that was Under the Sea. Excuse me. The next bead mix is going to be the bead mix in Treasure Trove. Yes, that is this mix here. Oh my gosh. So, what about this beautiful starfish pendant? I love it. And it's got a connection there on the back. And then, oh wow, guys, look at this. Some beautiful turtles. Let's see. I have a challenge of opening this. How do you open it? Oh, you just pull it open and look, you can put a bead inside. If you like essential oils, you can add a felted bead and add some essential oils and place it on a pendant. Look how wonderful that is. So you could do that. That's probably a little bit too big. Maybe something here. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Might be a little too big, but you can see you can put something beautiful inside there. Maybe a pearl. A beautiful pearl. And then you hang that as earrings. There are two of them, so I could see those being like beautiful earrings, right? That's really cool. And they open up like that. There we go. And then you can string them through the side. So neat. I love that. I love it, love it. And then it looks like we have some sea glass beads. I love those barrel shapes. And then we've got these large metal beads. That's wonderful. And then here's another window bead, more, I'd say matte style window bead, but you can see that you can see through it. And then, oh, look at these gorgeous faceted rectangle beads. I love all the different shapes. So different shapes add to the interest of designs when you're making them, when you place them together in different ways. I love that. And then we have some darker blue Rondelle beads. And then here's more of the sea glass style beads in rounds. And look at these. This is a blue paint splatter bead. Let's see. To put the dish down to hold them. They have just a little bit of pink on them. Isn't that wonderful? Hopefully you can see that. And then, ooh, these are really neat. Check these out. These have like a flat side to them. More an interesting shaped rounds. And then, ooh, this is really neat. These are glass. They look like mermaid tails. I'm going to call them mermaid tails because of this box. But look at that with the blue and the purple. How beautiful. Can you see that? I am just absolutely loving everything that's in this box. Look at these cool, if I can get it out. These are fantastic. Look at these. These rectangle beads with the, looks like circles and little bubbles. How fabulous is that? What else? What else? These are what I like to call potato chip beads. They make for great spacer beads. And see how they're formed. You can see that. They have an indent to them, and they stack wonderfully next to beads. And oh, and last but not least, looks like we have some large silver rondelles. These are great. Spacer rondelles with little crystals in them. And that is the bead mix in Treasure Trove. That's a wonderful mix. Look at that. The little starfish pendant and these turtles that have they're a cage turtle that opens so you can add something wonderful. So yeah, you can add like a little felt bead, a little round bead, and add a tiny little bit of essential oil. That would be wonderful, or a beautiful pearl. I bet those would make beautiful pearl earrings. I can just imagine. All right, bead mix in Treasure Trove. And this next mix is the bead mix in seashells. So here we go. These are cowrie shells, and they don't have a hole that goes through them, as you can see. I'm going to set this bowl down real quick just to show you. So these can be a little tricky when you're wanting to add them to earrings or bracelets or necklaces. But what you can do is you can use them as a link, because as you can see, they have a hole here and you can wire wrap them. They don't have a hole that goes all the way through, but you can also take cording, leather, you can use wax cording, you can use wire, and if you feed them through, you can create a bead. So you would have to feed whatever you're using, stringing material, on opposite ends to create it, or you can knot them. If you wanted to use leather or like a wax cording, you can knot the bead and then run the length of the cowrie shell and then knot on each side, and that would hold the bead in place. So I really love those. They're so summery, and they also have them here in gold. So just some ideas that you can use, because they don't have a hole that goes all the way through. All right. Oh, and look at these beautiful pearls. How beautiful are these coin pearls? I love that they have an iridescence to them. And here's some. This one has, these are little square shell beads. These are so pretty. Delicate little shell beads. If I can get them to stand on my hand. They have a hole that goes through them. So there's that. And then, oh, I love these. I love that color. It's like I can't tell. It's like a copper. Maybe it's brass, but the color on it is really different. It's kind of a combination of both brass and copper, the finish. It's what it looks like, but these are large holes, and they're a mesh bead. And then we have these beautiful charms in this mix. So these are a brass shell bead. How beautiful are they? I love all the colors, the bright gold and the brassy finishes on these components. How wonderful. This is an excellent box. So that was the mix in seashells. Such a beautiful mix. And then one last piece I'll get to show you here, and that is, oops, slippery. That is this beautiful focal bead. It is a bead. It's ceramic, and there's a hole on each side, and it's just a beautiful nautilus shell in ceramic with a beautiful blue and brown glaze. Absolutely wonderful, and it's going to go fabulous with all of these. This was a little shell I had from the beach last year just as decoration. But this is an amazing box. And this again is the beautiful bead box, Magical Mystery Bead Box Treasure Trove for the month of May. I hope that you love all of these pieces and components in here like I do. And as I'm looking at everything, I do have an idea in mind of something that we can make together. So I'm going to end this video now, and then I will come back to you with a small project. With using these beads and components, we'll make something special from the box. But I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Please, if you did, I would love a like and would always appreciate a subscribe. And I hope you just have a fabulous day, and at whatever time you're watching this, whether if it's morning or afternoon, evening, I just hope it's fabulous. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.